food on the USS Lincoln?
Yeah, it is. That was a CNN fake report. The Lincoln has been out there for a period of time, good period of time, but over the years we've had them out there much longer.
What is Donald Trump hiding about the brawl on board USS Abraham Lincoln as the Pentagon faces mounting questions over the plight of crew and conditions on board the warship deployed for the past 240 days? Trump has issued a blunt denial.
Is there enough food on the USS Lincoln?
Yeah, it is. That was a CNN fake report. The Lincoln has been out there for a period of time, good period of time, but over the years we've had them out there much longer. I was at a group meeting and an admiral came up to see me over the weekend, and it was at a big group, and he happened to be an admiral retired. He said, "I've been on ships that are out there much longer than that, sir, and I know people on the Lincoln, they say it's beautifully maintained and beautifully taken care of." And other people went out and they found out to be true. It was fake news reporting from CNN.
But Trump's on-camera denial has not silenced the controversy. USS Abraham Lincoln has been at the center of escalating concern over mental health and supply issues for American sailors enduring a record-setting uninterrupted time at sea of more than 240 days. This is not the first time when Trump has dismissed reports of conditions on board the warship.
U.S. senators are concerned about the conditions on board USS Lincoln.
That ship is going to do that. That ship is floating right now for very short, and it's being replaced with another very similar ship. No. Not nearly long enough.
Several Democrat lawmakers have demanded accountability from the Pentagon on the conditions on board the 5,000-member-strong warship. According to an Associated Press report, top Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have requested a classified briefing on the ship's food inventory, sanitation issues, and health care availability, as well as an assessment of how much longer it would be deployed before relief arrives. Mike Levin, a Democrat congressman from California, posted on X screenshots of the letter he sent to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. He described the lot of the crew on X as moldy showers, broken toilets, laundry down for weeks, long stretches with no hot water, a meal that came down to half a cup of rice and 2 tortillas, no soap, deodorant, or toothpaste.
So I want to be clear that I don't expect for an aircraft carrier to be the Holiday Inn, right? I don't expect for it to be a luxury lifestyle. Our Marines and our sailors, they are the best of the best. They sign up for hard duty, but we also should expect basic habitability. We should expect running water and clean drinking water, enough food to eat, working plumbing, the basics. Because when you don't have the basics and you think about the needs of the warfighter, it's not just about having enough weapons or the right kinds of weapons. It's also about basic quality of life. Basic readiness requires that you have enough to eat. It requires that you have working plumbing. This is not rocket science. And when I think about my role as an appropriator, every year I'm asked by the president to fund the military to the tune this year of over $1 trillion. And what it tells me is that the priorities are all out of whack. If the president has enough money to be gilding everything in sight in Washington, D.C., and to be building a ballroom for himself, but there's no money for plumbing or for enough to eat for our Marines and sailors, it makes no sense. We still, almost 6 months into this thing, don't know when the mission will be accomplished. And you've got a president who, has changed a dozen times, saying often that we've won. Well, if we've won, bring everybody home. And if we haven't, tell the truth about why we're still there and provide clarity to these families whose loved ones are in harm's way, and provide clarity to our men and women who are serving, who are giving their all to this country. And, you know, it's not too much to ask to have a clear mission, to be treated, you know, in decent conditions in the meantime, and just to have an administration that tells the truth. But I don't think that Pete Hegseth seems capable of telling the truth when the truth is inconvenient. And the reality is, even if the Wall Street Journal reporting today is right, and the Washington's going to take over at some point for the Lincoln, we still don't know when. And when is the only thing the families care about. And we also don't know where. You know, a lot of the families are in San Diego. We're hearing that the Lincoln might wind up in Washington State. So we don't know. There's just so much we don't know. And I think it's all indicative of Hegseth not being up for the job. I don't think he should have been confirmed in the first place. Well, what we're doing now is we're writing letters. We're trying to exercise oversight. But it's tough when you're in the minority, obviously, to exercise oversight. I guarantee you, in the majority, we're not going to do anything but demand accountability. And we'll use every tool in the toolkit. For me, the power of the purse under Article 1, Section 9, that's not optional. It's the Constitution. They want funding. They need to answer tough questions. And again, we're not expecting for these aircraft carriers to be the Holiday Inn, but we are expecting basic standards of habitability. And above all, a clearly defined mission. And when they want to go to war under Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, they need to come to Congress and get authorization for it. They can't have it both ways. If it's not a war, send everybody home. And if it is, tell the truth.
The Guardian, while citing leading military papers ETimes and Stars and Stripes, had claimed that there were multiple attempts by sailors to jump overboard due to what they claimed were poor conditions on USS Abraham Lincoln. A woman told the ETimes that her husband tried to jump overboard after his spell at the sea kept being extended.
On August 15, U.S. Central Command Chief Admiral Brad Cooper visited USS Abraham Lincoln amid reports of mental health issues affecting the sailors. In a statement on Sunday, Cooper also praised the leadership on the carrier for making mental health and resilience a priority. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has also denied the reports, calling them misrepresented. He said, and I quote, "We make sure every ship, every crew, every captain has everything we can provide them at every single moment. Some deployments are longer than others, and I have more respect and gratitude for those sailors than anybody. What they do in those high seas, in those austere conditions with less port calls, it's incredible." The question remains, is Trump simply defending the Navy, or is he downplaying a growing crisis aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln?